Welcome back. It's part 4 of your Detox Challenge. So we've practiced our foundation. We practiced letting go from our heart, where we are holding on to negative emotions and resentments that are preventing us from feeling love, which is high vibration, which is really healing and detoxifying for the body. And now we're going to practice the head and letting go of the thoughts that aren't serving us, because our thoughts can be so toxic. And if we can put ourselves on a higher thought plane by choosing thoughts that we want to engage with, then that can be detoxifying for the body. The negative thoughts can be such a drain. So the way that we do that in yoga practice is by sitting in meditation and then allowing the thoughts to come in and out. And the better that we get at this, we start to observe the stream of consciousness and become less identified with the thoughts. Whereas previous to practicing yoga, I used to think that that my thinking was me, and now I feel that it just comes through me, and I get to choose the ones that I'm going to engage with. So let's sit for 2 minutes of meditation. We'll see how it goes. So as you sit up straight and tall with your eyes closed, I want you to practice anchoring your awareness in your body. Feel your feet. Feel your pelvis. Feel your chest open. And can you notice the vibrational quality in your body? And we'll start with the heart meditation. Practice letting go of any resentments that are blocking you from feeling loving kindness and compassion. And let that feeling now permeate through your whole being, in you and around you. Feel the good vibes. Stay connected to this sensation. Stay anchored in the sensations and the observation of the breath. Now, don't try to stop yourself from thinking. Instead, when you notice a thought pop in, let it glide through your awareness. Let the main event be the sensations in the body. The feeling of the vibratory rhythm in the body. Let the thoughts come and go. Our yoga practice is said to calm the fluctuating mind. Open your eyes. Now, let's open up the neck and the shoulders a little bit so that we have more freedom for where the head is going to sit. So take your arms out to the side, fingertips down onto the ground. We're gonna do that neck stretch that you guys love. Now drop your right ear over to your right shoulder and put a stretch through your left side neck, down through your shoulder, down through your fingers. If you need to intensify the stretch, you can crawl the left fingers out to the side more. But you're not trying to go for the most intense. Just go for a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10. Feel that sensation and breathe into it. So when you try to jam past the 5, your nerves react by actually creating more tension. They send the signal to fight back. Turn your nose towards your shoulder a little bit. Then turn your nose away. Come back to center. Bring your head back upright. Now place your right hand just below your left collarbone. So you're trapping the skin below the collarbone. And then lean your face away from the left collarbone. So it goes on a diagonal straight back away from the collarbone. Bring your head back up. Take your right arm out to the side. Lean your left ear to your left shoulder and feel the stretch through the right side. So this work should feel deeply calming. Turn your nose towards the shoulder. Turn your nose away. Bring your head back up. Place your left hand onto your collarbone, on your right one, and then drop the face away from the collarbone. Bring your head back up. And then come into child's pose. Stretch back into downward dog. Walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Let your head drop. Roll yourself up to stand. Root through your heels. Stretch all of your toes forward. Individuate the toes so each toe gets a reach. Feel Pada Bandha supporting you. Let your pelvis come into position. Groins release down, tailbone drops down, bottom sternum drop down. Feel your collarbones broad, and then let your head balance right up on top. Now with many of the yoga teachings are kept secret. They aren't given until the student is prepared. So I have one more teaching for you for the pelvis. As you root down through your left heel, bring your right leg up for tree pose. Slide your heel up the inseam of the leg. So our hormones can be affected from the stretch on the inner leg and the groins. Bring your palms together. And once you're steady, raise your arms up. In yoga philosophy, we say that by opening up the trikona, which is the energetic shape of the triangle that starts at the navel and goes down. By opening up this energy center, we help to free up spiritual, sexual energy through the body, and it moves better through the body, and we breathe it through the body. It was a little too far out to talk about in week 2, but you guys are committed. You're in week 4, so I figured I could talk about some of the weird stuff. Bring your hands back down, bring your leg back down. Now slide your left heel up the right leg. Feel the opening for your pelvis. Breathe into this whole pelvic bowl. Bring your palms together. And then raise your arms up once you're steady. Now in yoga philosophy, we have this idea of brahmacharya, or practicing observation of the sexual energies, and in some cases, restraining. But I like to think of it as channeling our energy for positivity. So just being mindful of how we use that energy as it's being freed through the yoga practice. And in our detox, we can figure out, are we using it in ways that are positive for our path or not? Bring your arms back down and lower your leg down. I figured I would have freaked some people out talking about that in week 2. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into a flat back, but stretch through your toes and release the groins. Don't push from the bottom sternum. Feel your neck nice and long so that you're not straining. Fold forward. Plant your hands, step back into plank pose. Lower slow to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Hold in your down dog. Plug down evenly into your hands as you stretch through your fingertips. Stretch forward through your toes as your thigh bones release up and back away from your hands. Look in between your hands, step or float up to the front of your mat. And as you inhale, come into a flat back, lengthen out your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Press down through your heels, reach up past your fingers. Nice job with the rib cage. Exhale, Samastiti. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into a flat back, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward dog. Stretch the fingers and the toes. Keep your rib cage plugged in, but lengthen through your spine. Look in between your hands. Step or float up to the front. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, sit your hips back and raise your arms up. Stand Samastiti. Sun salutation B, inhale into chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Step your right foot, warrior 1. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your left foot, warrior 1. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Bend your knees and look forward. Jump or step up to the front. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Stand, Samastiti. One more round. Inhale into chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your right foot, warrior one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your left foot. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Bring your feet together and roll to the outside edge of your right foot. Vashisthasana, side plank. Take your left arm up. Now you can modify by lowering your knee down. If you feel like it's too much on your wrist or your shoulder, or you just feel fatigue, set the right knee down. Pada Bandha, reach through the toes, draw energy up through the arches. Tailbone down, rib cage in, collarbones broad, and neck nice and long and free, so that the head has a position, a good position. Downward facing dog, stretch back. Change sides. Roll to the outside edge of your left foot and take your right arm up. Downward facing dog, stretch back. Step your right foot for warrior one. Inhale, come up. Warrior two, open up to your side. Hold in Vira two for 5 breaths. Go through your platforms, everything that you've been practicing through the feet, the pelvis, the heart. And now with the head, I want you to turn your gaze so that you're straight ahead. And feel that your neck is not straining to support your head. If you're letting your head fall in front of your spine, then your neck muscles are going to strain and overwork. So can you let the head float right back up on top? And you should feel your deep neck flexors turn on to support you when that happens. So that's good. Those muscles will start to get stronger. Now, see if you can keep your head up above the spine as you turn, and think of turning from the back of your head now. Imagine you had eyes in the back of your head. You're opening up those eyes and you're turning the eyes in the back of the head to look to your left hand. Just notice how different that feels for your neck. Now straighten your right leg and reach into triangle pose. Now this one is really hard. This is like neck strain city usually in the triangle pose. So I want you to look straight ahead again. Actually, look all the way down towards the ground. Feel your feet, your hips, your heart open from the back and the front. Let the neck lengthen and then turn the gaze straight ahead. And then from the eyes in the back of the skull, start to turn. Like those eyes are going to look down. If you feel the neck start to strain, you're turning it too much. You just don't have the flexibility yet. You can get more passive flexibility with the stretches we did at the beginning and other neck stretches. It'll get better over time. Press into your feet and come back up. Bend your right knee, warrior two. Reverse warrior, flip your palm and inhale. Vinyasa, hands to the mat, step back. You can skip the vinyasa and just go right back to down dog, or go for it. Step your left foot for warrior one. Inhale to come up. Two, open up to your side. So feel that your pelvis is upright, your tail aims straight down. Let the rib cage aim straight down to the pelvis, the heart open from the back and the front, and then turn the gaze straight ahead. Feel that the neck can release into its position. It's not hardening forward. And then let's turn from the eyes in the back of the head, like you're trying to turn those eyes to look back at your right hand. Careful with the rib cage as you do it. Then straighten your left leg and reach into triangle pose. Look down at the ground, feel that the neck can release. Now, when you start to become this hyper-focused on your alignment, there's going to be the tendency to strain and overdo. So I want you to come back to that feeling that we had at the beginning of the compassion for your body and its limitations. Just let that move through you. So it doesn't have to be perfect. All right, now start to turn from the back of the skull, like you're going to look down from the eyes in the back of your head. And where you feel yourself straining, where you feel blocked energy, don't try to force or judge. Notice the different thoughts that come in and out based on that. For me, I usually go straight to judgment, like, oh, I should be better at this, or I don't like this, or try see if you can let go of that and just have some self-love. Feel the good vibe. Then press through your feet and come back up to stand. Bend your knee, flip your palm, reverse warrior. Hands to the mat, vinyasa. Good, now jump to seated and come into boat pose. All right, now we're going to try something that's a little challenging. We're going to go 5 times up and down from boat. All right, so lower with control and then come right back up. Find your rhythm 5 times. First one was just practice. Good job moving from your core. When you finish the 5th one, hold in the up position. Now bring your hands up and over to the outside of your right knee. Stay in your abs. Change, go over to the other side. Good job. Arms back to center. Reverse plank, put your hands a foot behind you. Point your knees straight ahead, then lift your hips up. If it's too much to lift the hips, just keep your butt down and open up your heart. Feel that the neck is supporting your head. Let the neck lengthen. Lengthen your tail to your knees at the same time. Good job, guys. Lower your butt down. Okay, Navasana, Ardha Navasana. 7 times. Keep doing that. I'm going to take a smoke break, okay? When you finish the 7th one, hold in the up position. Hands up and over to the outside of your right knee. Keep those knees up. Change over to the left. Back to center. reverse plank. All 10 toes straight ahead. That looks good. Knees straight ahead. Lengthen that tail, Michelle. Good. Nice core support for your neck. Lower back down. Last one. 9 times.
You weren't joking.
Hold in the up position when you finish the 9th one. Hands up and over to the outside of your knee. Change. Good. Reverse plank. Last one. Good work, guys. Lower your hips down. Lie down onto your back. And come into bridge pose. Now, your call, you can just hang out in your bridge, or if you'd like to go into Urdhva back bend on the hands and the feet, that's cool too. I'll leave it up to you. I know. Two more breaths, whichever one you're doing, bridge or Urdhva. Lower yourself back down. Gently hug your knees into your chest. Take happy baby. Hug your knees in and roll yourself up to seated. Sit with your legs stretched straight out in front of you. Bring your right knee towards your chest. Now cross your right ankle just on the outside of your left knee. Yeah. Wrap your left arm around your knee and twist to your right. If possible, I want you to hook this knee right into the crease of your elbow so you can hug the knee in so you get a nice stretch on your hip at the same time. Keep the activity through your left foot so you can feel there's a reach to the heel, the opening through the sole of the foot. Pada Bandha connects from the sole of the foot into the hip, which helps you to connect your leg to your core and your core to your leg. Change sides. Inherently, the legs are tamasic, which means that they're dull. And through our yoga practice, that's why I often focus so much on standing poses, especially for the beginning of our routine. So you notice that the first week was heavy on standing poses to help you get more connected into your feet and your legs. Our feet and our legs can help us to nourish the spine too. So just feel even here, if your right leg goes dead, the energy falls in the body. But if you keep the reach through your right foot, connect Pada Bandha to your hip, you can feel that life comes up through your spine. You can work from the spine into the leg as well, but that's a little more advanced. Come back to center, stretch both legs out, raise your arms up. reach out for your feet, Paschimottanasana. Now I'm going to have Michelle show a modification for tighter hamstrings, where she's just going to slide a block right underneath the knees and then go for the feet. And then from here, the forehead can rest on a pillow, block, whatever, maybe, or it can just like kind of chill. Feel that there's one smooth line from your spine, from your tail all the way to the back of your skull. That the whole spine is moving forward and down evenly. Tendency will be for just this middle upper back to try to hunch up to the ceiling. So you might have to back out of the pose a little bit so that you can get the spine to move more uniformly. Then lie down onto your back for Shavasana, corpse pose. All right, guys, we're going to practice something to challenge our ability to hold the breath at the end of the inhalation and at the end of the exhalation. So we did the Viloma pranayams for the last couple of weeks, and now we're going to try maximum expansive breathing. So we're going to maximally inhale and then just do a reflexive exhale. So instead of consciously sending the air out, you're just letting the breath out like that. We're going to do 5 rounds of that, and then we'll hold the breath. And then we'll try it on the exhalation. So I'll guide you through it. Close your eyes. Exhale all the air out. Breathe in through your nose, maximum breath in. Spread the rib cage out to the sides, fill all the way up. Reflexive breath out. Maximum breath in. Fill your lungs all the way up, taking as much air as you can. Reflexive breath. Maximum breath in. Reflexive out. Maximum in. Reflexive out. Maximum in. Take as much air into your lungs as you can. Fill, test the end, and then hold your breath. We're going to attempt to hold for 1 minute. Let your face be calm. Let the nerves in your body be calm. See where you can relax more and more. So naturally, involuntarily, your body is going to start to send off alarm systems that you're holding your breath. Your brain will start to tell you it's time to take in oxygen. But I want you to practice overriding that, because you are hyper-oxygenated right now. You actually have enough oxygen to last for minutes. But it's this reflex in the brain telling you you need to take air in. You don't. See if you can hold it for 10 more seconds. Stay calm. If you already had to take a breath, that's okay. Good, let it out. Maximum breath in. Maximum breath out. Send all the air out. Reflexive breath in. Maximum out. Send it all out. Squeeze your abs, squeeze your pelvic floor. Reflexive in. Maximum out. Send every drop of air out. Reflexive in. Maximum out. Squeeze, 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 like you're squeezing the last bit of toothpaste. Reflexive in. Squeeze it all out. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, and hold. Now relax your shoulders, your neck, your jaw. And you're going to notice that almost immediately your body is going to go back to that response of wanting to take a breath. But I want you to practice staying as calm as you can. Go to that calm place. Each time you practice this, you're just practicing getting a little bit better. So if you can't hold the whole time, no worries. Do what you can. but practice testing. You're more than halfway through. See what more you can relax in your body. Ten more seconds. Maximum breath in. Maximum breath out. Max in. Now you should start to feel an oxygen high. Max out. So if you start to tingle, the nerves start to tingle, max in, that's okay. Max out. One more, maximum breath in. And maximum out. Send it all out, every single drop of air. And then just relax. So stay here as long as you have time to, if you have a few minutes to. But we're gonna end the class now. I wanna thank you so much for taking this journey with me, for dedicating time and energy to detoxing, to clearing your energy channels, and setting yourself on a path for whatever you're ready to manifest and cultivate in your life. I hope that this is going to help you to sustain healthier decisions. And I'm stoked to be on this path with you, working with you. I'll see you on your mat next time. Namaste.